ASMR Coffin Radio.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Coffin Radio. I am Heartthrob Rob, and today we are reviewing WWE's Most Wanted Treasures, Season 1, Episode 8, Andre the Giant. Crazy episode here, man. Bio reads, Stephanie McMahon lists two living legends, two living WWE giants, Paul the Big Show White and the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, to recover lost memorabilia of the incomparable Andre the Giant. Crazy episode here, man. 2 hours, and I think it is well deserved. I thought this was the season finale, but apparently it's not. But you know, Andre needed every minute of this 2 hours, which was very cool. It really was going over his career, to be honest with you. It kind of starts off with him in France, and then we get to see when he comes over to Canada, and then he does America. They go over to Japan. Just everything, all parts of his career. It's really cool. But like the bio says here, we have Big Show and Mark Henry, along with I forget the main guy's name, but they're looking for Andre stuff, and they say it's definitely the hardest memorabilia to come by, you know, because only a few people have it. You know, his daughter and the people that he lived with for a while in Ellerbe, North Carolina, but those are really the only people that really have stuff. But they go to a collector who has a passport. He's not willing to part with it, but you know, they're really trying. And man, Mark Henry here is just showing his emotions. Anytime they get some really crazy Andre stuff, he's getting choked up. It's very hard for them to come to stuff, man. Every time they try and get close, you know, somebody's really not willing to part with it. Or they go to Sonny Ono's house and they see how Sonny Ono is actually bidding, is putting up for auction the giant machine mask that Andre wore when he wore his giant machine in Japan, and then they did that little angle for a little bit in WWE as well before WrestleMania 3, and unfortunately, you know, so their budget is 4, and this guy immediately bets 3,000, and it goes all the way to 5,000, and they can't, you know, get this guy down. So that's pretty much it. Later on, they talk to Tim White, have a little bit of stuff from Tim White, who's looking great. You know, Andre was his best friend, and they were friends for the last, 20 years of his life. Just sad to see, you know, he gets choked up every time he talks about Andre as well. Who else did they have? They had Bobby Heenan. They had clips of Bobby Heenan, you know, talking about Andre at WrestleMania 3. And it always blows my mind that Andre was a baby face. For how big he is, you'd think that he'd be a nasty heel that would come in, but you know, he was really only the heel against Hogan. But he would come to your territory, pop it, and beat up your fucking main nasty heel because you wanted to see him, the bad guy, get beat. So it's very cool. It's them going around to different places. Another guy has Andre's suit but not willing to part with it. He'll let it go up for, hey, you can use it for a little bit, but I need to get to see the whole warehouse, which is very, I mean, these guys are like really trying to see what they can get here. In the end, they go visit North Carolina. They go to Ellerbe and they see the Andre the Giant Museum, and that was with his close friend. It's Andre, Jackie, and Frenchie, I think is her name perhaps, but that was who his friends were in North Carolina, and she's able to part with them. She gets them, you know, a passport that he had. They're also able to get the giant machine mask, and I can't think of the other thing, but you know, they visit his ranch and they get some of the dust that, you know, his ashes that were laid out, like could be in this dirt here, and just, I mean, you can take anything you want. Andre is bigger than wrestling. You know, they go over his Princess Bride stuff. They go over when he beats Hogan at the main event. I think 30 million people watched that match. And just crazy. I mean, the angles that they do. Andre had such a great career, and this was a really good one to cover his career while searching for these items. I really liked it, man. This probably was the second best episode, maybe even the first best, debatable. But this is a really good episode. 2 thumbs up. But let me know what you guys think about it, man. We'll talk about it in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and if you like what you're watching, then hop in the coffin. Follow us on social media at Coffin Radio. Coffin is spelled with a K. And that's all for today.
ASMR Coffin Radio.